So we're going to start out with time and space. And again, so time is it's a measurement, it's a fraction. So space is the whole, it's all, it's everything. It's all. Space is the void, it's the abyss, it's all things. All right? And what time does is it measures. It measures space. It brings it into localization. It essentially, and again, that's what dimensions are. Okay, this is the mind, another image of the mind here. So dimensions of the mind are measurements of space. Okay, so we're going to go over here to the stratosphere piece that I have kind of drawn out. So strato equals layers. Okay, it's layers, and sphere, or being round, that's what it's encompassing all, or space. Okay, and so it breaks down to three-dimensional, which again is height, weight, and depth, and that's a measurement of space to determine a point, a position in the physical. So it's essentially a coordinate system. Okay, so sphere breaks down to three-dimensional, again, height, weight, width, depth, and coordinate system. All right, and so when you put stratosphere together, it breaks down to layers of the 3D space measurement, coordinate system. So stratosphere, what we call the stratosphere, okay, within here is the heavens. So it's the breaking down, or the measurement of the heavens, which is what the zodiac is, and the constellations and the star systems and all that. It is a way to measure space, all things, or what we consider the cosmic mind, and are the dimensions of the mind. And so how this used to be done, or we still do it today, but not in as a pretty way, is with the star cities, the star forts. Okay, I know it's really great growing down here, but the star cities, those star forts were a way to bridge the cosmic mind, the stars, the heavens, to the earth. Okay, into the earth. And so when we what we were doing is anchoring heaven on earth. Another way to know we've already done that. Okay, so we anchored heavenly consciousness through the star cities using the coordinate system, the three-dimensional coordinate system, right? And again, pulling these fractions into our realm, into our plane of existence, in the third-dimensional plane. But there's other planes of existence, okay? But dimensions are of the mind. So there's other planes of inertia. Well, we're on the heart plane, or the earth plane, which is an anagram for heart, okay? Which is referencing the electromagnetism. And then we move up from there, we go to the aether, which is, it's the higher aspect of the heart, which is ethereal, and it's semi-etheric, and it's a fifth dimensional state of mind. Mind is also a perception, because your mind creates your reality. Thoughts create reality. And so when we're mapping the cosmic mind, and we're harnessing that frequency of the celestial consciousness, and we're anchoring it here into the earth, we're mind mapping. And when we talk about going through stargates, it referenced the star forts. So different star systems, celestial consciousness, higher mind capabilities, certain ley lines that connected to these grid points allowed for certain energies, higher dimensional, higher mind capacity. Because whenever you go to certain locations in those higher frequencies, or those star forts, okay, those star cities, anchoring in forts, the four trees, the fortress. Fort is short for fortress. 4 trees, fortress. So it's where the giant trees were that connected to the heavens before they were cut down. Yeah. You get it? I know you get it. All right. And if you don't get it, well then, that's okay. Not yet. That's what we're making all these simple videos for. So the star forts, fortresses, trees, star trees, higher mind. Now you're getting it with the. I feel somebody in there. You're getting it, because now you're like, oh my God, the trees of life. Yes, the trees of life. And so when we go into these locations where these star forts were located, we're getting the cellular telepathy. So we're able to read the energy imprint, as above, so below, as within, so we can express it outwardly. And so we would activate these higher states of our mind, and we would essentially bend time and space, and we could collapse time because it's just a coordinate. Okay, it's a coordinate system within the third dimensional expression, within the third dimensional expression, okay, on this earth plane, the matter plane. But when we move into a higher plane, which is again when we collapse time and space being all, and we no longer need time because we don't need to be localized in our mind, right? Because now we're operating through the third eye and the crown. We don't need to be localized. Now we're, again, back in the whole. We've gone back into the whole, back into the source, absorbed within ourselves, back into the Godhead. No longer fractal states of consciousness. We're whole within. We're enlightened. We are the embodiment of the Godhead. We no longer need the localization or the fractalization, the fraction of time, of the sphere, which is not what we're on. It's the atom. Okay? Because we've become whole and we've activated that within ourselves, so we collapse this space-time. Okay? And then we're able to move through. And again, that's what the Star Forts allowed for us to do. And that's why there were wars over the star cities. It was essentially Stargate wars, what you hear about in a lot of the New Age teachings. But it wasn't to necessarily the way that it's explained, but it was here on the Earth. It would be to move from one time space portal to the next. So I hope that you found this at least interesting, insightful, and useful in your journey.